Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So I'm here today because it is Thursday, which means it's Booklist Thursday. Booklist Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. So today, in honor of the crazy hot weather, which we have been having lately, it's insanity, we are going to talk about books that are a little hot and spicy. All right, so I'm gonna go with some old staples in my mind that are always good and hot and spicy is Colleen Hoover. She can definitely give you some hot and spicy vibes. Specifically, I mean, I don't totally recall them, maybe someday, but Ugly Love and Too Late, very hot and spicy. This one, I believe there is two. So we have Sydney. She is 22. She's in college. And in love with her wonderful boyfriend, Hunter. She's living with her best friend, Tori, and everything changes when she discovers that Hunter is cheating on her. And she's forced to decide what her next move should be. She finds herself captivated by this mysterious and very attractive neighbor, Ridge. Colleen Hoover she comes up with the craziest character names. I know that. So she can't take her eyes off of him, and she can't stop listening to his guitar. He plays his guitar every night on the balcony of this apartment complex that they live in. She lives across the courtyard from him. They soon find themselves needing each other in more than one way. It's angsty. It's a tale of friendship, betrayal, romance. It's lovely. We get both from Sydney's point of view and Ridge's point of view. And there's definitely a connection right from the beginning. I flew through this book and I liked him. I know not everybody is a Colleen Hoover fan, but I am, and I'm okay with that. And they're like candy to me. I love them. All right. Next I want to talk about is my friend Abby. Abby Jimenez can definitely write a nice hot and spicy tale. I just picked up the Happy Ever After playlist. It's just one of the books that are sitting back there, but every single one of them has been absolutely phenomenal every single time. And the romance and the spice is so good. But this one follows Sloane. She lost her fiance. It's 2 years after she lost her fiance. She's trying to kind of get her life back on track. And she ends up meeting this very troublesome puppy. I believe this scene happens pretty much right away where she's in traffic, she's stopped at a stoplight, and this dog jumps on her car and jumps in her sunroof. So it has a tag on it, and Sloane tries to reach out to the pet owner multiple times. But after weeks of unanswered phone calls, texts, all these messages, Sloane's like, fine, I'm just gonna keep Tucker. That was his name. And then all of a sudden Jason, the owner, shows up and we go from there, and it was fantastic. I also listened to this book. That's not awkward at all, but it was phenomenal and I loved it. Next one I want to talk about is another series. It is an older series, but is by Tessa Dare, who queen of the hot and spicy. I read her Girl Meets Duke series, absolutely love it. It takes place during the Regency era, and so we have dukes and duchess and arranged marriages and all that fun stuff. There are, I think, 3 books out. I thought a 4th was coming out. I haven't seen any updates on that. But all 3 that I've read I've absolutely loved. They are hilarious. They are definitely hot and spicy. There is, for a Regency era type book like this, there's some good humor in it. They were phenomenal. I really liked them. Enjoyed every single one of them that I read, and highly recommend that, especially if you're a historical fiction fan, but kind of liking that romance side of it as well. There you go. I liked it. And then the next the next one is a new to me author this year. So we have Rebecca Yarros. This is the one book I own. Oh no, I do have Fourth Wing. It's up there. What was I thinking? But all of her books have definitely had some hot and spiciness to it. Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, fantastic. I've also read The Last Letter and The Things We Leave Unfinished. And then this is the only one that I have yet to read, I think, of hers. I think this is the last one, and then I've read her to zero. That's crazy. That's crazy. This one is all around second chances. So we have Izzy. She gets on a plane to go home and is not expecting all that much, just usual going home. She spots her seatmate, who is nothing but ordinary. So we have Nate. He's dark-haired, blue eyes, deliciously rugged charm that she just can't resist. Well, I couldn't either. Their connection is undeniable. Izzy never believed in destiny before, but she does now. 90 seconds after their flight takes off, their plane goes down into the Missouri River. Their lives change. They change. Nate goes on to a career in the military, while Izzy finds her way into politics. Despite a few chance encounters over the year, the timing never feels right. Then there's a high-stakes reunion in Afghanistan where Nate is tasked with protecting Izzy's life. And I'm so, here for this. Absolutely. So, definitely hot and spicy. And then the last one I want to talk about is the Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. Well, there's technically 4, but let's just stick with the 3. By Sarah J. Maas, and specifically Court of Mist and Fury. There are 2 characters that connect in this book. And that's all I have to say. I can't talk too much about this book because it is the second in a series, but Court of Thorns and Roses follows Feyre as she finds herself into this land of fairies, I guess. She ends up making a deal. She ended up killing something she shouldn't have to feed her family, and so in return, kind of like Beauty and the Beast retelling, she goes in replace of it. And we go from there. If you're not a big fantasy reader, I would say this is a good fantasy to kind of dip your toes in and see if you like it. There's definitely a bit of world building and interesting characters, but I never found myself lost in it. I thought it made perfect sense. So anyways, Court of Mist and Fury is definitely a hot and spicy one. I should reread this series. And I have post-its in here. I don't even know what I was highlighting. Oh, there are good days and hard days. Don't let the hard days win. It's true. And then you can either let it wreck you or you can learn to live with it. Don't know what kind of state of mind I was in at that time, but those are good ones. Anyways, those are my hot and spicy recommendations. Head over to Sarah's channel and see what she has for her recommendations for today. Otherwise, stay cool. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye.